In the previous lesson, you had a deeper insight into views and SQL, and now, without further ado, we will jump directly into our exercise. Traverse from structure to the views listing page if you are not already there. And this was the view that I was working on earlier, and I will click on the edit action button. If you already have the view open in edit mode, just continue with the lesson. Notice at the top of the displays section, there is an add button, and it will allow you to add different presentations of the same view. Of all these, the page, block, and the RSS feed are the most common, and they will differ mainly in the formatting options. We will explore the block also later, but now just continue with the most common page option. You don't have to do anything, page is already there. Throughout this exercise, please keep referring to this attached table Excel sheet and also to this preview section that is at the bottom of the page. Now, first up is our display name. Display name is for the administrative name, and if you have more than one page style, it will be useful to give descriptive names here that will help you identify the different pages easily. No need to change this for this exercise. This title field we had already set earlier to top rated movies. You can edit and change it here if you want, but it's perfectly fine for now. Format field will now require a change. It has defaulted to the unformatted list, and that's not what we want. Click on the link and you will get 4 built-in options. Choose table. This actually means the HTML table. The grid is actually a row type design, and then you also have the HTML bulleted list. We will just go with the table format. And take a moment to notice what it says here. For every option that you choose, you can further format it in the settings link in the main page. But that same settings will also automatically open now. In a moment, click on the apply button and it will first take you to the settings, and this is the settings page for the table option. Now this page will allow you to format the different aspects of the table display, including the ability to make columns sortable. If you are familiar with the CSS, you can add row class names and so on. I will leave it to you to explore the formatting options so that we do not diverge from the focus of this lesson. Just be aware that it is better to not mess with this upfront until you get the content to match exactly what you have in mind. And right now, we only have the title data column in place. We have to add the others, and that's what we will do now. Just keep all the defaults as it is and click the apply button. Remember that you can click this settings link here anytime and format the output as much as you want. Remember that the theme applied to your installation will also have default settings if you don't make any changes, and often that is good enough because it will match the rest of the site. I'm going to show it to you at the end of this exercise. Have a quick look at the live preview section now. We have the early makings of a table, but there is only one column in place right now, and this is it. So scroll up once again. You can see in this fields area, it shows a single column. We already have content colon title. That's the title. Click on this add action button. Now this is a little tricky screen. It lists all the fields that you can pull. If you have any modules installed, this list will grow. It's tricky because similar field names can appear from different contexts. And the way to get around this problem is to make use of this category and description that is there on every row. And you will get better with experience very quickly. Another quick look at our table design. We already have the title in place. Next, we will need the review rating, director, film certification, and film genre columns. Okay, to simplify this a little bit, I will set the category to only show content fields first. Then I'm going to multi-select all the fields that we want. Scroll down and select the review rating field. Similarly, then scroll up and add the director, film certification, and the film genre fields. Every time you make a selection, notice that it's going to show up here. Okay. Now, carefully notice that there are two fields very closely named for film genre. This is the one that we want and not this other one, which has come in from a taxonomy entry. Don't worry, if you accidentally make a mistake, you can just delete the wrong field and add the correct field in the exact same fashion that is shown to you just now. In most cases, you will be able to identify the unwanted field. For example, this one just has the numbers, but in our case, we want a description film of the film genre. Okay, so that's our 4 new additional column fields that have been selected. When you click on this add and configure fields, a new formatting screen is going to appear for every additional field that you have added. We have added 4 columns, so you will get 4 formatting screens, one for each one. Okay, now I am just going to accept these defaults for each one like this, and I am going to come out of this part. You can also do the same. Fantastic. Now scroll down to the preview section and you can see our table has been created. It looks great, except that the ordering is not okay. If this is a top rated movies listing, then the review rating is, the order is not okay. One more point is that this column should come here. A second. I can change that very quickly. Just click on this rearrange here, and I'm going to make the review rating as the second entry. And you can make any more changes if you want. I'm just going to hit the apply. So review rating has now come to the second place. Our filter criteria is perfect. The content is of type film review and we only show published content. It will be possible for you to add other complex cutoff criteria also if you wanted, but nothing is needed for our exercise. Sort criteria, on the other hand, has a default descending by authored on date. This is definitely not what we want. We want it ordered by the ratings. So click on the add action button and once again, similar screen, scroll down and select the review rating column. Click this add and configure sort criteria button. Notice that you can once again make multiple selections on the previous screen, and each of those selections will get a configuration setting a page like this one. Right now I only have one selection, so I will make this descending by default, which means that the highest rated ones with 5 stars is going to appear at the top. And when you are done, hit this apply button. Let's once again scroll down to the preview section and notice we still don't have the ordering that we were looking for. Can you guess why this is so? I have already given review rating as descending by review, but it's still not showing what we want. This is because we have got 2 sort orders and the content is getting sorted first on the author date and then on the review rating. I am going to switch this around once again with this rearrange action button. Just to get this review rating on the top and click on the apply button. And now in the preview, we have the table exactly as we want it. It is sorted by ratings first, and in the case of same rating, the content will then get sorted by authored date. Everything that we have done so far is still in an unsaved state. This is a common mistake to exit this page without saving first. Notice here that the page button has a star in the label. This tells you that this page has unsaved changes. So first let's save this, and when it returns, let's now head back to the listings page. Okay, locate our new view. You can just right click and open this URL in a new tab. Our view table is looking great. As I mentioned, notice that it has already inherited formatting from our current theme. You can see here that it has nicely rounded corners, and the heading row also is nicely formatted with the capital letters, and it matches the site. Each of these film title is actually a link that will take you to the individual film review page. And so with that, I will conclude on this exercise. We have just now seen a simple but full-fledged example. You can use the view URL to create any menu links for this view. We have done all the design, so you can even experiment adding a block that will inherit all the settings immediately and directly. So try this out exactly same hands-on and post a screenshot of your new view in the Q&A section with your name in the title. Good luck and have lots of fun playing with powerful views.